Start recording, see where the night takes me. Chat, is this happening? Is this real? Welcome, one and all, to the second and final part of my little model making series that I've had going on this channel for, well, about 2 years at this point, I think. If you missed part one or haven't been watching or whatever the heck's going on with you, this is the tale of my first ever model kits. The first model kit that I've ever built. I'm a huge tank nerd, big tank enthusiast, and yet never have bothered to actually make a model kit. This model kit, and I know it's not super easy to see right now, the footage is all grainy and all that just because it's nighttime and the lighting is terrible. This is a model kit that I picked up way back in the far off year of 2022 during my trip to Canada, and then of course spent the last 4 years building it. I very much took my time with this project. There was 6-month, 8-month periods where this was in an unfinished state, sitting on my dresser or somewhere around in my room. Finally, this kit is done, and this is of course the second part of this journey. Part one covered the actual build of the model kit, cutting everything out of the sprue and gluing it all together and getting some rough dry fits. This video is going to be basically the rest of it, which is painting and getting all the stowages glued on and getting all the weathering and chipping and all that fun stuff. There will be lots of really high quality footage and pictures of this tank later on in this video. Again, I know the quality's not amazing because it's dark and, you know, you can't really admire it. That's why you watch the full video, so you'll get the higher quality. But at the end of the day, I'm super proud of this. I actually I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And as you can probably guess, the footage that you are about to see is going to be spliced up over the course of basically the last 4 years and all the different model making sessions that I had putting this thing together. Some of which was live streamed, some of which was recorded by myself with no audio, so put music in, some of which was recorded with my model making mentor, Paul, who is also part of the Canada vlog and a very good friend of the channel, Nomad Prod. He makes models on his channel if you want to go check him out. I'm still going to shout him out even though I don't think he's posted in a long time, but he makes really good model kits and he was a fantastic mentor. So that's the other voice that you'll be hearing throughout this video. But anyway, I don't want this intro to waffle on too long. I'm really trying to keep this video short, hopefully within 30 minutes. But yeah, this is my finished Panzer III first ever model kit that I've ever built in my life. And here's how I built it, part 2. No, I can't, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Pigeon backflip.
Pigeon fucking backflip.
First things first, I'm gonna show you your way around the airbrush. And then you're gonna hold the needle. Woo. There you go. What? Give me a second.
He lost the rubber band, chat.
Are you streaming this? You fucking...
No, I'm not. I've just gotten into the habit of saying chat even though there is no chat. I was honestly in that habit before I started streaming. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was just born for this. Yep.
Pull back just a little. And there you go. And you see you did some spillage there.
Yeah,
you pulled back too much.
Okay. Oop.
Now hold it. You need to hold it.
Yeah.
You don't need to be precise, you're just painting everything black right now.
Okay, I see how this is. So, yeah,
you'll get more confident with time.
Yeah, so if I'm closer, then I can get away with pulling, I can pull just a little bit and it'll show up, but if I back off, then I obviously have to pull a lot more to get it to show up.
The paint kind of spreads like a shotgun.
Yeah. Cupola hatches are black. I got a bit of black on the turret, but that's okay. And then the inside of the turret is completely black. Oh wait, let me get the cupola. I know you said I might not reach it, but...
Yeah, there you go. Glue on there.
And then I can stick this in.
And it should hold.
Yep, I'll just lay that down there.
What you're doing right now is a very good technique, but it's better for when you apply the main paint. Super, pull back. There you go. And
now it's working, but you're too close. If you want to try...
There we go. Oh, that's white. That is white as cum.
Also tell myself, like, it's not an expensive model that you have, but it's still your model, and you don't want to fuck it up.
I'm now finally getting that, like, what you were talking about the other day, where you're like, you only pull it back by like a millimeter to get it out, really. Like, yeah, now I'm very much seeing that. The places where the white paint is missing, it's just black, and so it just creates nice shadows, and it really makes the whole thing pop. Because the underneath, imagine if the underside was like tan, like this plain tan, it wouldn't really work.
I'm French, man. I don't fucking know. That's perfect.
And then just paint the basket like gray or something.
Looks good.
It does look good, you're right.
You're a happy little man.
I am a happy little man.
There's a bit of accumulation of paint inside of the lid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that paint. You'll unload most of the paint.
Okay.
Onto the cardboard. No, you're too dry right now.
Oh,
And don't do it like this. Don't do it like a pencil. Do it one coat, one coat, one coat, one coat. Looks good. I'll be honest with you, maybe keep the breach white because getting your brush inside of this is gonna be complicated.
Nah, but if I paint the breach black, if I paint the breach gray, it's gonna give it so much pop.
Alright.
I'm so committed to this, I feel like. No going back.
Now this is epic.
You know, I think that's not bad at all.
Oh, it's alright.
I think that is a
It's a
gray.
lot better than what I used to do. Two parts gray, one part black, roughly.
Probably more like this. Like you get it painted and then
You're gonna tear some parts, tear some corners,
Oh.
and you know the tearing part is gonna make some great chipping.
This is the first model. We are bound to get some things wrong, but at least it'll be a solid attempt.
You're actually doing better than a lot of
First
modelers that
timers.
actually have experience.
Thanks.
Because you have got rule number 1 already mastered. Die shall take thy time.
Table is expensive.
The irregular space needs
There.
to be covered in paint. Yep, remove the excess.
How do I know if I've removed all the excess properly?
You'll see chips appear. Don't press it all the way down, just, you know, boop, boop, lightly tap it all
yeah.
around.
Yeah, now I get it. Now I got it.
You're not pressing on it, you're not even touching, okay. Is it leaving prints?
Yeah.
Oh, that is very good. Fucker is doing better than me.
I ruined it. I tried to go in with something a bit more darker and I got like 2 really bad splotches.
Yeah. Dun dun.
Clean brush. How many subscribers do I have? I was at 4.6 or 6.4 last I checked. I'm about to hit 6.5. I'm at 6,490.
You're about to hit 10K.
I know, right? Yeah, you get the idea. You can very much tell the difference between the white that has a tan underneath it and then white that had black underneath it.
Hey guys, look what I got. What kind of Panzer tank is it? Shut the fuck up, you're eliminated. You should glue the bottom part first.
You think
And
so?
then everything, yeah. And then just slide the breach in.
Panzer 3, just a week away.
Like, get glue everywhere. And then inside of the bottle, cloudy glue for a while. It's fine. Works just as well.
Let's put this in. No, man.
Maybe just slightly separate the bottom part and the... You know,
The
just
top.
pry it open while the glue is still wet. There you go, there it goes. No, that's enough, that's enough.
Yep.
Slide it in.
Got it.
There you go, and close it back.
Okay.
There you go.
Definitely do some
Not bad.
re-gluing.
Alright, all thanks, move forward. Fuck. Bro, I've seen that movie like 1,000 times. One of my favorite movies.
Look at that. That gun is more than happy to stay. You have a fully modeled and slightly weathered Interior.
The side hatches look very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Ah!
I mean, you can paint the tracks, yeah. You put a piece of tape like on the inside where the hatch is open. I'm a registered sex offender. What?
Because, yeah, I don't really need to go too big.
Funny ha's.
Yeah, you know, there'll be some funny ha-has for sure. Hitting the idlers. Everything. Huzzah! Sure, why not?
There you go. Oh yeah, that's perfect from the other side.
Yeah.
I fucking love my 1911, man. Shame it's fucking useless.
Big. I asked her, I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah, I don't care about it. I was like, it's gonna get caked in like black paint. She was like, that's fine. I was like, alright. Okay. And
No,
just
your fingers. Like three to hold it. Right, like that, exactly.
oh, I see, and then just
Yep. Psst, psst. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. See how much faster it is than using a airbrush?
brush, yeah. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, another coat on top.
Yeah, I'll do another coat. That's actually why I used to have an Instagram, but then the second I met you, I was like, this guy seems like the kind of guy who would send me stupid memes over Instagram, so I instantly deleted it.
Oh, fuck off.
Nah, no, I'm just kidding.
And you let it dry. Once you've finished painting all the one part of the wheel, you'll just come back for the other side. That is perfect. Well, let him dry. We can start on the tank for now. All right, so you see those big fucking panel covers at the back. We're gonna start by these for good practice. It's perfect. Now you see those square, those panels that can raise up. Get the paint inside of there, and try to leave some black towards the outside so you can create some fake shadow. So just try to keep inside, and don't be too precise. Yeah, a bit neater. Don't go further than that. And now you're gonna paint the outside panel. And basically you're gonna do that strategy for every demarcation you have. Every panel, every tool. You basically go chunk by chunk, try to stay inside of the lines, and it's gonna create some very nice fake shadows. So yeah, roughly 4 to 5 parts yellow
Mm-hmm.
and 1 part white. Pretty much everything that's gonna be hit by the sun. You see that top of the turret? You're gonna spray in a cloudy manner all around just the flat part. You see that vent? Do not touch that vent. Try to
Okay.
circle around it. There you go. And now you're gonna create some highlights. Well, you can see the progress real quick. Okay, that's maybe the edges are a bit too thick.
Yeah, I agree. I also, again, I feel like I can see like very outlined circles where like I'm going.
Yeah, you just pass with a lower pressure and try to blend them in.
Yeah,
and
actually,
the
yeah, you're right.
effect-
Especially once like here, you can notice like the back.
Yeah,
depth
and
versus
you'll
the
see
bend.
with the effect on the entire tank, it's gonna
Yeah.
look a lot more. I'm gonna show you how to spray your mantlet. So you want a gradient, okay? Oh, that looks good. Don't forget that the hatches need to be sun bleached as well.
Not too bad, I think.
Yeah, but what's up with that new game called what Star something?
Star. Oh yeah. Shit.
The new Bethesda game.
Yeah. Star. Oh fuck, you're right. Star Made? No, that's not it.
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Skyrim in space. It's gonna be like their newest. It's a new IP and
Great, I've contracted vampirism. That looks good.
yeah. I like it. And then so I'm still going on the hull as well too, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just those little tops.
Yep.
Alright, but then when I add more white, I'll probably go back over the engine covers again. This effect isn't being created by like a light shining above it in the moment that you're trying to portray. This is an effect that you're creating where like the paint itself is becoming
It's
faded
time.
and
It's just
bright.
time.
Yeah. This has such an interesting effect on the whole model, where like now it looks more real. It looks more like a tangible. It looks more like a genuine thing that exists in real life. It looks less like a model and looks more like a real object. I like that. And this effect is appearing like very distinct on camera, like this, you know, high tan to dark tan effect on the turret, but in real life it's a lot more subtle, unless you're like really looking for it. And it being subtle like that is actually like, it's nice. Oh yeah, I know that this can be fixed later, but it seems like I hit that rear hatch with a bit of tan on accident.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
fine.
we can go back over it. Actually, we can probably go back over it with black or white, one of the two, but yeah.
Or chipping. Just
Yeah.
chipping. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you see those more raised exposed parts, so those rectangles at the back,
Yep.
that vent, the very top of the cupola, you just had another drop of white, and you go do the exact same thing on those parts.
There we go. Wow, yeah. Now, I'm just gonna paint the whole thing gray, and then whatever needs to be tan, I'll repaint tan.
I'm Spider-Man.
This little corner, I'll have to figure out what to do about that.
Yeah.
But... Careful. A wheel fell off. No. Like
Well,
jerry
that-
cans and stuff that I bought that I wanted to stick on there at some point
that
too,
you can
but-
do alone. That you can do without me. It's
Yeah.
not complicated. You just follow the same instructions. It can take days to chip an entire model.
I have to record. I have to at least record for the voiceover and be like, yeah. So my sister and I sat down and started doing the painting for the stowages while watching Germa clips. I have to include that in the voiceover, so that's gonna be there. A knife, real quick. The little parts of the sprue that came.
And you've none of that have already been painted to color match, right?
No, they don't need to.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't need. So
Oh,
again, I mean,
naturally
we want some randomization. But we want this. It's equipment. It's military equipment. So some of it can be brown. Some of it can be olive. Like go whatever colors you want. Like we're not going to follow any sort of historical thing here because this is going to be a Girls in Panzer model. So we're not following. We're not following historical accuracy. My vision for this model is it's a Girls in Panzer tank, but like if Girls in Panzer existed in real life, they would have to carry around a bunch of extra fuel, stowage things. They'd have like their books and their pencils and all their school supplies and stowages on the tank around them.
Sweet potato chips.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that.
Potato chips. Is it a potato?
Yeah, the sweet potato. Yeah, it's sweet potato chips. Yep. The student council president, she's always eating those. Yep.
Those fuck ass chips. It must be delectable.
Supposedly it's a Ori delicacy. I was actually, I was gonna use the X-Acto knife and put like some scratches on the barrel, but it's actually already got like dents and scratches on it, which is actually pretty cool. W on on Tamiya for this, so I actually don't need to add that much. I just need to clean it up. So that's what I'm gonna work on first. It is very nice, indeed, indubitably. Ready, chat? Are you ready? Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Big light. Like, that's like the power of the sun in the palm of my hand, you know? So maybe we want to like...
Oh, you're making bags?
Yeah, yeah.
You might want to look up some historical photos of them.
It's not... It doesn't have to be 100% historical.
Edo is not a real nerd, confirmed.
I'm trying to imagine that these are, like, although, yes, I'm using, like, bags that are from, like, a military kit, I'm using the... Like, I'm pretending that these are bags that, like, the characters are brought. Like, these are, like, civilian bags. That's how I imagine it. So that's the idea, right?
How about the...
Now we've added some brown straps to the satchel, you know? Just something like, again, I'm not the best model maker in the world. I just want to do what I think would look kind of nice. Oh yeah, actually, now you guys can really see what I did with the jerry cans. So I'm really happy with these, I think. Chipping on the bottom of the jerry can where, you know, it gets put on the ground so it all comes off. This one in particular, I did a lot of chipping where I wanted it to be like the paint was like basically coming off. I also have these little ammo cans. They're basically just green. Honestly, I didn't do much to these, but I think they look fine the way they are. I think because, so for these, with these, I applied the paint using a paintbrush, and my application wasn't amazing. So there's actually already kind of a lot of like streaking and like miscoloration on them that I actually think looks good. It kind of looks like wear. So I actually am not going to do any chipping or anything to these because I think they actually already look good. There's like some color variation that I like. And then with the gray jerry cans, I know I should use multiple colors, but I just used brown. And so I did brown to do some rust. It could be rust or dirt. For me, because it's just one color, you can have your head cannon. Is it covered in like dirt mud or is it rust? And so that's kind of what I figured made sense. I know it's not amazing.
He's doing one of the main things of model making, finding a story behind everything. I mean, the Thompson is not a bad looking gun. It's a looker. But man, there's just something about the M3.
I think the stock looks a little too goofy on the Thompson.
The stock is real. Like you need. I personally don't mind it, but it needs some getting used to. Lee Enfield number 4 Mark 1, Car 98K or Mass 36, and M1903 A4 infantry bolt action rifle from the Second World War.
I think you already know what my answer is going to be, to be honest. Although it's tough, but I have my answer. I don't know if chat is interested.
I was gonna say Lee Enfield, but you did get a 1903.
I did get a 1903. You're right.
But honestly, Mass 36.
You got to hold one, a real one.
Yeah, I got to hold one. In America. It was just lying there. Oh yeah, by the way, Mass 36.
Yeah,
right the fuck there.
I was surprised by that because those don't French guns like that don't usually show up at my local gun store. So the fact that there was one there on the day that they were visiting was so cool and unique. I think this is honestly, I've envisioned this model as being after their film. So Maho is not the commander anymore. It's Erica. Why? I don't want more people accusing me of having an anime waifu. It's already bad enough that I admitted that I wanted to have a little figurine of her.
You did not do that.
Well, I wanted to get a figurine of her and also Zuko from Avatar because I want to complete. I've got Optimus Prime, I've got Darth Vader, so I'm 2/4 of the way to all my favorite cartoon characters. All right, chat. We got a little sponge with brown paint on it, and we're just gonna hit the corners. Chat, we're almost done. This is so nice, so good progress. And then after this, I'm going to do my my winter Abrams. And I think that now that I've had one completed model under my belt, I think I want to do the Abrams by myself and just see how I get along. For the top, the oil is going to drip down the front because it's going to sit like this. So gravity would be pulling the oil down this way, right? Ooh, capillary action. Doing a nice little thing there. There we go. How's that? That looks good. Cool. So these are all stowages. So let me show you guys like the rough sort of stowage layout that I have planned for this. The big thing is I want the back end to just be caked with jerry cans. Because the way I imagine this is that if it's Senshido, and Senshido matches have no time limits, right? Katusha confirmed this in the show. If a Senshido match has no time limit, like they could be out there for a long time potentially, right? It's kind of implied that Senshido matches could go on for more than a day. If that's the case, then yeah, like you want just as much fuel, both for you as like a human being, water, and also actual gasoline, you know, for your tank. So also oil. I imagine they'd probably be carrying a lot of oil in these jugs too. I would imagine they just haphazardly just threw jerry cans all over the back of this tank. That is, and I don't know why, but it's an aesthetic that I kind of like daydream about. Having a back deck utterly littered with jerry cans. Oh yeah, these would be dangling off of these little hooks on the turret. Oh, this little burlap sack would be up front here in this corner. What kit is this? This is a Tamiya Panzer III J. I forget the exact. This is the box right here that's all covered in paint and. Oh, excuse me. It's an ALSF L. Excuse me, guys. Oh yeah. I guess I should say yeah. Excuse me. It did come with optional add-on armor. That's probably a huge thing that I should have mentioned when asking about this kit. And the Panzer IIIs and Girls in Panzer don't have the spaced armor, so I didn't put it on. In the middle, off to the side. I actually kind of like the aesthetic of it off to the side. So that's super glue on there, and then left fender is thumbs up. Really, I kind of like it on the right. Yeah, question is, do you want the right to be clear or do you want an even-ish dispersing equipment? I kind of want stuff that makes sense. the right side of the turret, the hatch is open. We have 2 satchels on the right side of the turret. We have the duffel bag, the bedroll, all this on the right side. So I'm imagining it's just like the crew of this tank. To them, the right side of the tank is where they get all their stuff. Just for them, that like the left side is all their tools and track jacks and things, spare wheels, and there's a water can there. The oil's on the left. And then the right side is where they got all their bags and things. That to me makes sense. And that is a dry fit preview of what the finished model is more or less gonna look like. This thing is fucking awesome. In fact, let's take all this out of here. Finally drop all this. I really like it so far. I mean, it's a pretty big step that we finally super glued all the stowage on. I mean, this is a really big step. This is one that I've been waiting to do for a long time. Everything seems pretty stable. You just touch. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it. The drum I think will stay, as long as it's not fucked with too much. Dude, wow. I'm really happy. I'm really pleased with this. So the very last part of this model to do after that live stream was essentially just the tracks, making them dirty and not just the plain rubber black finish that they came with, dirt and dust effects. And I decided to just do these off camera because this was one of those things where this model had once again sat in the state that it was at the end of the stream for like 4 or 5 months or something like that. As you can see here, I've taken just a plethora of photos. Actually, tonight, as of recording this Force is over, I took these photos. So this is very much exactly what this model looks like as of this video's release. The final Panzer III from Kurmormine Girls in Panzer model. And I'm really pleased with it. I think especially for my first model kit ever, I think it's not too bad. I mean, I actually did some somewhat, not advanced, but intermediate techniques with some of the chipping and the way I did the base paint, and I actually think the weathering doesn't look half bad at all. I think it's exactly what I envisioned, which, honestly, to summarize it best, I could just call Girls in Panzer, but a little more realistic in the sense that, yes, it's got the GUP logos, and I do imagine this existing in a universe where Senshido is a thing, and this would be piloted by, you know, the characters of the anime, but it's got realistic weathering and realistic wear. It's got realistic considerations for fuel efficiency and everything else. You know, it's like if GUP was a little more realistic and taken a little more seriously, which is something I've always sort of fantasized about, I guess. If I ever make any more GUP models, I think I'm going to do them along these sorts of lines. Just a couple other effects to point out that I'm personally quite proud of. The tip of the muzzle on the barrel, I left that black, and that is genuinely the original black spray paint finish that I did when I applied the Desert Tan paint job with the airbrush. I specifically left the muzzle in the black because I wanted to create that effect of soot and spent powder caking the end of the muzzle. I thought it was a really cool effect, and it was very simple to create. So again, the thesis of this model is just simple effects that are easy to do but add a lot. I'm actually quite proud of what I did with the tracks, with making them look pretty dirty. Really messing around with all my AK. All the weathering stuff I got was AK. I got some mud, I got some dirt, I got some sand, I got some earth tone stuff. I actually never ended up painting the bottom of the tank, and so I used the bottom of the tank as sort of my canvas for experimenting with all of the weathering effects that I had on me. So I used some of the mud and some of the dirt, and just picking shades and application methods that looked somewhat okay. And then I really just ended up applying those to the tracks and then the lower hull. You actually notice I really didn't even do it with the wheels, which stands out to me like a sore thumb, just seeing the like bottom walls of the hull and the bottom of the back of the hull and the front glacis, the lower glacis up front and all that, having like, you know, dirt effects, and then the wheels and the sprocket and the idler are not dirty and dusty, and it just, to me, it sticks out quite badly. Actually, I think on a future model I'm going to be much more liberal on the application of those effects on the running gear. But I think the tracks came out really well. I was really proud of the silver paint that I was able to put on it as a little detail. I think I forget where I saw that from, but I saw it from somewhere, and I thought it just made perfect sense. So I actually bought a little thing of silver, like aluminum silver paint, and then use that to add a little bit of that shine to the top of every tooth on the track, and then on the track links themselves, kind of leaving like those scratches where the idler and the sprocket are going to be scratching away at the metal. And actually, I probably could have applied some of it to the actual like cleats of the track as well, because there's usually a little bit of wear happens on there too. But for this model, I just did it on the teeth and then on sort of the flat faces of the tracks. And that's pretty much that. I mean, it's as far as I think many experienced model makers are concerned, it's very basic on all levels, but everything is there. Like, I did paint it. I did use some varying shades of a paint job to create some depth effects. I did use pre-shading. I did use chipping as an effect, even though I didn't chip with more than one color. I know like some guys like Night Shift, you know, they'll chip with like 3 different colors. I just used gray on a sponge. I did do weathering. I did do, you know, some basic effects, but you know, I think it all comes together really, really well. And again, especially as my first model kit ever in my entire life, I think it came out pretty good. And if you think so too, please leave a like and subscribe on this video. As of this moment, my camera is not set up because I was using it for other things, so just enjoy this repeating montage of the photos I took with the model kit. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already joined the Discord, I am so active on that Discord. Even when I'm not uploading, I am pretty much in those channels all the time. You can talk to me, ask me questions, do whatever you want. We have a really vibrant community over there. I love everyone over there. You get to hear updates and stuff about content more frequently too. Become a patron if you haven't already. It supports me and helps me keep me doing this sort of thing. We also have a subreddit. I'm also on Instagram. Links to all those things will be in the description if you so desire. But this has been it. This has been my official journey with my first ever model kit. So thank you so much for watching, and here's to the next one.